What's up, everybody? I'm Jonathan. Welcome to Worship Matters. Today, we're going to be reviewing a song called Take Me to the River, I Will Swim by Alex and Thelma Costello. I hope I'm pronouncing those right. Uh, Never heard of them before, and unfortunately, I already did this video, and they have blocked. I don't know if them as their publisher blocked the entire video, and so as you know, if you've been around this channel for a little bit, I will continue to show their music. It's just gonna have to do it without the video. I don't make anything from these videos, so more than half, most of these videos that are on my channel are copyrighted because I'm listening to music. Since I don't make any money anyways, I don't really care. But there are a few publishers who decide that they will block the video entirely if you use their music for whatever reason, even if it's fair use. And so, Take Me to the River is one of those songs, apparently. Anyways, if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. I just review Christian music and worship music with the goal of helping equip the church to think critically about what we're doing in worship, because worship matters. And if you enjoy this video, give us a like. It helps out. And if you got any songs you want me to do, this song was requested by the audience, by you. So that's where it came from. If you've got any, leave a comment, and I will check it out. Anyways, let us get into this. So first, we got our worship guidelines. Directional, musically repeatable, theologically sound, the Bob test, artistic license, and congregational versus personal. If you have no idea what that means, I did a whole video on it. Link will be in the description, where I go in depth into what each one of these means and why I've chosen those for how I think that we should worship. But we will talk about those as we go along, so you can still watch that. But the link will be in the description. All right, let's look at this. So I did this video, and it was fun. It was lighthearted. This is probably one of the worst songs I've ever heard, in general. And it was so fun. Like, I enjoyed it. It was a fun video. But man, I hate it when they copyright strike stuff. Like, come on, just like, fair use is fair use. Like, come on, people. Like, whatever. Anyways, they're stopping like great content like Take Me to the River, I Will Swim is one of the worst songs ever with music. So instead we get to read it. Oh yeah. Alright, so here's the lyrics. This is Take Me to the River, I Will Swim by Alex and Thelma Costello. So we've got Abbott and Costello. I did make that joke last time, so I had to do it this time. No, Alex and Thelma. This was released this year, apparently, on the album of the name, Take Me to the River. Alright, so here we go. I want to get lost in you. I want to get lost in you. Oh, I love when they add those. It wasn't in the video. They did sing it, but it wasn't in the video. I want to keep my eyes on you. I want to get lost in you. Oh. Okay, so we don't know who the you is yet. Maybe it's you. I don't know. Also, what does it mean to get lost in someone? Like, I could see like the phrase "getting lost" in like, getting lost in the weeds. That's a phrase, getting lost in the weeds of an issue, or like getting lost in the forest. But I don't think anybody ever says, I want to get lost in you. Like, that's just weird. It's weird to say that. Like, what do you mean by that? How can you get lost in somebody? Now, I'm assuming that they mean the deepness and greatness of God, but they never say that, so there you go. I want to keep my eyes on you. At least we have a statement that makes sense. Of course, again, we don't know who the you is. in the video, they have a little picture of a cross. So we know it's Christian. We know it's God, right? Um, they throw like all these pictures together, and we're just supposed to assume that it's God. Like, I don't know what they were doing. Anyways, so they want to get lost in you. Don't know what that means, but they do. All right. I guess this is the official verse 1. Your love is high like the tide, because low tide is not a thing. Come pull me in. Sorry, I'm mad. Like, why would you copyright it or copy strike a video? And I have to do it this way. This is not as fun as me reacting live to the video. Sorry, I don't mean to be mad at them, but yeah. Anyways, come and pull me. I want to get low in your glory. What does that mean? I want to get low in your glory, as opposed to high in your glory. I don't get it. See places you've been or been. Your words are sweeter than honey. They had a picture of a honey jar that at first thought I was like, oh, that's sweet tea, because I'm in the South. Sweet tea is the bomb diggitiest. But no, it's actually honey. Your words are sweeter than honey. Okay, they nourish my soul. Yea, though I walk through no, I'm sorry. Oh, just to know you is to love you, which doesn't, it's not true. Like, let's assume this is God that we're talking about, which they never really say. The demons know who God is, right? Like, but they don't love him. So just to know him does not mean to love him. Like, people hate God, so just knowing him doesn't mean. And I made the point last time, but I'll do it again because you didn't hear it. I think it's Romans 1. It says, and the wrath of God has been made evident in creation. I did it a lot more eloquently than I just did, but the wrath of God has been revealed in all of creation. And so that men are without excuse is kind of what it's paraphrased. It's real close to what it says there. So basically the idea is that we have a general revelation of God, so that deep in the heart, every man knows that God is real. They know that God has been revealed to them in a condemning way. So they are without excuse for rejecting him. So all men know God, whether they admit it or not, and so they don't love him because of our sin nature. All right, come and make me whole. And then the weirdest twist in the history of songs is this chorus. Take me to the river, I will swim, I will swim. Take me to the river, I will swim. What in the world? Where did this river come from? And why are you swimming in it? It makes no sense. I don't understand. Like, what are you doing? What river are you referring to? Like, we've talked about the high tide, avoiding the low tide, I guess. But the tides are in the ocean. They're not in the river. Rivers have current. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know my oceanography or riverology or whatever. Maybe there is a tide in the river. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure that's not the case. Tides are from the ocean. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I want to hear the truth. I need to know the truth in this matter. All right, but why are they swimming in the river? What is this river? What does this have to do with anything? You haven't said anything about a river. And what does swimming have to do with anything? Oh my. I want to get lost in you. I want to keep my eyes on you. Oh. Oh, this is the original thing. Because I know your words are true. I'm holding on to you. Oh. All right. This is the quintessential Bob test failure here. So I've heard it described differently. I was talking to my buddy, and he was like, "Hey, so I've never heard of the Bob test." And then when I explained it to him, he's like, "Oh, we call that the love test." I was like, "The love test?" He's like, "Yeah, if it can be replaced as a love song, then it probably shouldn't be sung in church worship." I was like, "Well, there you go. That's exactly what the Bob test is, basically." If you can replace God or you with Bob and it still makes sense, then it's not a good song. And this is the quintessential one. So There's two phrases in this entire thing. It's get low in your glory, but man can have glory. And then down here we have, oh, how you save me and you change me, make your glory known. But let's assume it's Bob. Like you're singing to your lover, Bob. Bob, I want to get up. Oh, guys, there we go. I want to get lost in you. I want to get lost in you. Oh. I want to keep my eyes on you, Bob. Your love is high like the tide. Come and pull me. It's so weird. I want to get low in your glory. See places you've been. Your words are sweeter than honey. They nourish my soul. It's so bad. Take me to the river, Bob. I will swim. Even in that context, this doesn't make any sense. What is this trying to say? It's like they've thrown in a whole bunch of illustrations and have no like connective tissue between any of them at all. All right, so let's keep going. I'm in the river. It's rising. For you, I'm all in. Well, get out of the river if it's rising. I don't get it. But this is our first river outside of the chorus. I think it's the only one, too. My soul is bursting with phrases deep within. I think it's supposed to be praises. I don't know. Your presence overwhelms me. It cleanses my soul. Oh, how you have saved me. I'm thinking of this if you're singing with Bob. Bob, for you, I'm all in. My soul is bursting with praises deep within. Your presence overwhelms me, Bob. It cleanses my soul. Oh, how you saved me. You changed me. Make your glory known. Your love's got a hold on me, Bob. Your love came and washed me clean. Take me to the river, Bob. I will swim. I don't get it. This is such a bad song. Like what does the river and swimming have to do with anything? Like, what do you mean by that? What are you trying to convey? Because you have not done it. You're singing about your love. Your love's got a hold on me. We don't even know who you is. Like, it's assumed because in the picture you've got a cross that it's supposed to be God. But what do you mean by his love? Like, one of the great things about being a Christian is we know how great God's love is. It's so great. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. You want to know how great God's love is? It can be measured. Jesus paid the ultimate sacrifice in love for us. While though we were yet rebels, Christ died for us. That's the love of God. It's measurable. But this is not. Your love's got a hold on me. What do you mean by that? How does Bob's love got a hold on you? Like, how his love came and washed us clean? Are you talking about the sacrifice that Jesus gave where his blood washes us clean and makes us white as snow? I agree. That makes sense. Why didn't you just say that? This doesn't make any sense unless you're interpreting through a Christian lens. But even that has nothing to do with this river. What is this river and why are you swimming in it? I don't get it. You haven't told us. Like, is the river good? Is it good for us to go swimming? Is it, like, why are we swimming in the river? Like, what are we supposed to do? Like, why? I don't get why there's a river and why we're supposed to be swimming in it. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So that's the song. It's about the worst song. I wouldn't even bother going and checking it out. I mean, the acoustic guitar is pretty nifty. That's about all it's got for it. Otherwise, I think this is probably the worst song I've ever reviewed. Take me to the river, Bob. I'll swim. All right, let's hop over. I'll try to be a little more serious here. All right, directional. So this is directional to whoever it's written to. But it doesn't really say much to that person, so except for that their love has a hold on them or whatever. So not really much there. Musically repeatable. It's pretty simple. It's super simple. I can't show you that because apparently it get blocked. Sorry, I'm not bitter. Theologically sound, there is absolutely no theology in this. The closest it gets is saying that this person, this mysterious river god, I might be being a little mean. This mysterious person, the you, is has saved them and cleansed them and has glory. That's about as close to theology as we get. The Bob test. I try very hard to not fail songs on the Bob test because I get it. You know, it's artistic license. Some songs we know who we're talking about, even if it's not, even if we don't use the word God or Christ. Like the Book of Esther doesn't even have God's name in it. But we know that God is in the background. Like, we know what's going on in the Book of Esther. Like, so I don't need God's name to be specifically in every song. I don't need the Trinity in every song, even though the Trinity is God. I don't need all these things. But if you're gonna not do that, you need to be very clear about who we're talking about. And this song just isn't. So, as much as I would love to give it a pass on the Bob test, I think this is the quintessential reason for the Bob test. So, Bob test is a big fail. For that reason, it can't be congregational. I mean, there's other reasons too. All this theologically sound part, the directional part of the Bob test, all of that's a big fail. All right, artistic license. I mean, they took a lot of artistic license, I guess. I don't understand. It's so artistic that I can't even connect any of. There's no connective tissue. I don't even understand the connections they're making. That's how artistic it is. Congregational versus personal. Well, it's obviously not congregational. Personal. You know, honestly, I would just say don't even bother listening to this song. This song is absolutely terrible. It's kind of groovy in a love song-ish fashion, but as far as worship goes, I wouldn't even bother with personal worship. It's not worshipful. It doesn't even talk about God. It doesn't really explain why we would worship God. All we know is that we're getting lost in whoever we're singing it to. So I can't even recommend this for personal worship, which is really bad. So yeah, I don't know what to do with this song. It's so bad. Thank you for whoever blessed my life with being forced to listen to it. I do know who actually requested it. Thank you. But yeah. So let me know what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Is this your favorite song ever? In which case, I'm sorry. It's just not meant for worship. It's not good for worship. Right? Do better, Alex and Thelma. I mean, you obviously can sing, so like, spend some time, put some real thought into crafting a song, and do better. That's all I gotta say about that. Because I mean, I feel like there's at least some cleverness in some of this, but it's not good. It's not good. Anyways, let me know if you disagree. You got any songs you want me to listen to and react to? Let me know. I'm always happy to check those out, and I appreciate you watching if you made it this far. Thank you. I'll catch you next time. Peace.